my Libras. This is going to be a financial reading. So this is for my Libra collective. As I explained on the other video, I did not get a chance to put any postings at all today. My phone pretty much died and I had to go get a new one. So what I'm using is my new one, and I'm back in the saddle again, as they say. So let's take a look at the finances for Libra and see what they're looking for the month of June. Libra collective monies for the month of June. Oh, really? Oh, I like these cards. I don't have my glasses. It has been a day of, we're going to say electronic bloopers. Why I'm calling it that is because I can't find my glasses that are in the house. I lost them while I was sleeping because I tend to watch YouTube at night. I have insomnia. I've had insomnia for 30 years, guys, because as soon as I came back into working as a light worker again and doing, tarot for people and working my gifts, they haven't stopped talking. So they're always talking to me, and most light workers will tell you our real work happens at night when we're trying to sleep, and the majority of people that are not, different like us, they will go and have a sound sleep, get up, they can catnap, things like that. I can't. I've had insomnia, clinical insomnia, where they used to give me Ambien, but then they stopped giving me Ambien, and I haven't slept since. And that was 10 years ago, or more than 10 years ago. More than 10 years ago. Been about 20. So I haven't had a good night's sleep since then, because the Ambien would put me out to the point to where I couldn't hear anything. I would just knock the F out. The most I did on that drug, which was prescribed, was I went to the kitchen and I would literally eat like a snack, and then I'd go back to bed. But they refused to allow me to keep taking it because they stated that it was causing memory loss in a lot of people. So now I can't sleep, and that's just that. So when y'all see me in the morning and I look all fucking crazy, and my under eyelids, instead of being here, they look like they're down here, that's why. And that's why I can't get rid of this beautiful, beautiful Tootsie Roll, because when you're asleep, your body's rejuvenating, guys. So we're not like the rest. Most of us have sleeping disorders, and so they talk to me all freaking night, and I'm happy for that. But it shows up elsewhere. Okay. So I don't know where my fucking glasses are. I made a long story out of that, and I apologize, but I say all that to say that's why I look so fucking beautiful in the morning. Oh, for the crazy woman that, I'm gonna say something and then I'm gonna get to this, I promise, but this is so funny, I have to share it. I got chastised in the comments by somebody that calls herself the mother alchemist or something like that, because I was clowning on my hair. It's my fucking hair, you crazy dizzy broad. So you're making it, which is just hair. You're saying that I'm a control freak because I laugh about my hair looking like Fraggle Rock, and I don't like the fact that the lady, the way she cut it, didn't come out the way I asked her, and that she cut fucking layers into it when it was supposed to be all one length. But you don't want me saying that to my hair because I'm being a control freak. I think you need a padded room. I did not block you this time, but you're kind of cuckoo for Cocoa Pops, and you call yourself Mom of Alchemy? What kind of magic do you do? It's probably chaotic magic only, because your brain's not cooking on all cylinders, woman. But anyway, again, you guys keep on sending me some crazy shit. Remember, I work with energy. And just like whatever you send out to me, good, bad, or ugly, I'll be more than happy to send it right back to you tenfold. But for now, I won't block you. Hopefully you'll learn. Because if not, you're going to mess around and find out. Back to the reading. So we've got 2 on the table. Okay? Let's see what else. I like it. Okay. Okay. I'm going to take another 3 and put them over here. You have a beautiful... Oh, shit. Okay. We still got some work to do. It's our... Oh, okay. Okay. Y'all want me to keep going? Okay. I promise I'll say things out... Oh, I'll say things out loud, babies. Oh, my God. I'm going to cry. Y'all know I'm going to cry, baby. Oh, I'm going to cry. Oh, I'm not going to read that part because that goes into a love reading. I'm not going to do that. I promised. I promised. This was going to be about finances. We already did the love reading for today. I'm not touching that, baby. All right. First things first. It's going to be good. Okay? It's going to be good. You get the equivalent of the 10 of coins. Okay? And this is from the Wealth Tarot. Okay? So it's a Celtic tarot deck. Okay? You get your life sweetened. You get your life sweetened again. For anybody out there that has been short of finances, your life is about to change in myriad ways. That's why I kept saying, oh, I'm about to tell you. Now, what I liked about these 2 first cards that came out is, again, this is, generational wealth, right? It can be. It can grow, baby, grow if you allow it to grow. And then it's deeply rooted. That's why I said, oh, because once it's deeply rooted, you got to take care of it. And it's just going to keep growing and growing and growing. We're getting there. Why? Because you've shown that you could stand the test of time. And now, Creator, God, is giving you your full strength back. Your full strength is coming back in every aspect of your life. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Because we already did a reading for love. Oh, Lord, anybody out there want to breathe? Because I'm feeling like some of you out there have been feeling like you've been holding your breath for a long time. Like waiting for the other shoe to drop. Kind of not breathing. Kind of like, I'm going to take this out because it's getting too hot. Like, I feel like whoever's out there that I'm reading for feels like you were already afraid to hope. You were like, oh God, nothing's getting better. So I'm just going to I don't care anymore. No, God is giving you back your full strength. You are getting back your full strength, whoever I'm talking to. And it's going to be deeply rooted into the earth so that it just keeps growing and growing and growing and growing. Because remember what happens to a plant. And we go and we cut into the plant. And then we put what we cut into water. Most of the time it doesn't grow again, right? Not cooling down in here yet. That's amazing because it normally does. Normally when you cut, right, it doesn't regrow because there's no roots. What's coming back to you, I want you to see. See that house? House has many people in there, and in that house, all those people are being provided for. Remember, we're talking finances. And then the tree has many roots. many roots. M-A-N-Y. And I do, for those out there, please don't write it in the comments. I've said it before. I am Latin. I am from San Antonio, Texas. So I have a twang sometimes, and then sometimes I sound like I'm from Germany. And then I went and moved to New Hampshire. I've lived in Colorado. I've worked in Massachusetts. So you got a lot of different accents that are going to come out. Just go with it. This is going to be so strong. I'm so happy for everybody. They're giving you back your strength, your financial security, your finances are going to get strong again. Why it hadn't happened before? Because you were in gestation. Oh, I forgot about this one. Sorry. I'm giggling because I forgot about it. Okay, you were in gestation. So, while you were in gestation, you were underground. Because God wanted you by yourself to contemplate, to pray, to meditate, and also to have faith. To have faith. It's almost like, yeah, to make you something different. To make something different out of you. I covered because there's a Venus Schnitzel. There's a Venus Schnitzel that YouTube will not be happy about. And I'm trying to get to the 4,000. I'm in the 400s, guys. I can't even believe that I'm in the 400s. But I'm in the 400 hours, guys. So when you're watching, watch all the way to the end. Share. Subscribe. Recommend. Please. And thank you. Please be nice in the comments. I don't want to block anybody. And I don't want to have to take you out. Why? We can all get along, right? We're all humans in the end. But the Venus Schnitzel is upsetting to YouTube. Me cursing is not. No, I can't even understand that. But okay. So, once you get out of this gestation, then you come out of the ground just like a plant. Just like a plant. But your roots need to stay underground. Why am I saying that? We get hurricanes in Texas. We got the Gulf Coast. We get hurricanes. Florida's a great example. Even trees that are not well rooted, once a hurricane or a massive tornado comes through, they can be uprooted. That's what happened to you. You are not well rooted, my dears. But when you come out, you'll be new. I'm gonna put it away because my hand hurts already from holding it. From trying to cover the Venus Schnitzel. Das ist gut. Okay. You actually needed. I'm gonna have to cover the Venus Schnitzel. You actually needed this, and the reason you needed it was because you needed recuperation. You needed to regain your strength. You had no more strength. You had no more strength. What does Natural Libre say? You have to have the nutrients. It gives you no nutrients. You know, ego powers. But now you have your powers back. You have your energy back. So I won't pick that up again because we already know there's a Venus Schnitzel. But you had to go through all of that gestation period in order to have something new come out again. Odin is the same thing in God in the Celtic tradition, in the tradition of Valhalla and everything else, okay? So Odin, I'm gonna keep the top part covered so I don't have to. Odin made a way through by hiding you away, putting you underground, allowing you to rest and recuperate, to regain your strength. Odin made a way. God made a way. God made a way to make you strong again. So, giving you a way through the darkness. Because if you look at the card in the background, There's nothing but dark behind Oden. But then Oden makes a way through. So God made a way through for you. And this is what you get. And that's why I was like, oh my God. You get the card of the harvest. Look at all that. Money, 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 money. Look at that. They're drunk on their harvest because now they get to enjoy the fruit of their labor. And then we get the sun. The sun. Here comes the sun. And I'm feeling all right. So the sun comes shining through. Pours us new life. But there's something here I'm not liking. So something after all of that said and done, all this beautiful stuff that Oden has made a way through for you, you're still going to have one more trial to go through. One more trial. So after you start seeing the flow, after you start seeing everything starting to go the right way, like let's say if it's a wheel, okay, it starts turning the right way. You can finally see that it's steering, the ship or the car or the boat or whatever. The horse is going the right way now, right? But then you got one last trial to go through in finances. And it's going to be a hard one. It's going to be a hard one. And the reason I'm saying this because here we go. It's showing how dangerous it is. So Oden made a way through the first time. Oden made a way through. God made a way through the first time. This reminds me of a reading I did a day or two ago. Sometimes, and I know it sounds cruel, but you gotta stop and think about our Creator. For Him, for us, the amount of time that we spend in the issue, especially finances, for us it feels like forever, like it's never ending, right? But for Him, in the Bible it says that to God it's like a jot. It's just a small fragment of time. And so I do think that sometimes our Creator doesn't, even though He came down in human form Himself, but I think that sometimes He forgets that we're only human when we're here. We're limited on our skills, tools, assets that we left behind before we incarnated here. So because of that, we don't come fully equipped to weather these storms of life. Okay? So we do depend on Him to give us our bright day. So again, to Him it could be a second, and to us it could be a lifetime of misery that we're experiencing. And sometimes it feels that way. Like it never ends. It goes on and on. Remember what He did with Moses. Remember what He did when the Pharaoh was chasing all of them and they had to go, 40 years they were in the wilderness. 40 years. And they had to depend on God. And God allowed it when they had no food. They had no way to get food. God allowed manna to fall from the sky, to rain down on them. We're going to say that's what God has done right here, is the manna. God is allowing that manna to come down on you. But there is going to be a test. But if you want to ask me, because of the other reading, this feels similar. Like, okay, but you got one more test to pass, that you're going to be made to pass. Because I don't think God wants us to repeat and repeat. Have you ever had that joke told to you? Repeat and repeat, and then you're supposed to repeat I know it never made sense to me, but it's like a repeat and a repeat and a repeat. The only scenario that's popping in my head right now is you go into the laundry room, you put your clothes in to wash. And instead of taking the clothes out, putting them in the dryer, you hit the cycle again to wash. Why? It doesn't make sense. God doesn't want you to keep repeating the same cycles. God doesn't want you to make the same mistakes with your finances again. So I think the last, I'm going to call it a trial. The last trial is going to give you reason, give you cause to pause in your tracks and recognize if you're going the right way with your finances this time or you're not. And I know that when I used myself in this last reading, a lady wrote, you got to believe in your talents and you have to use discernment. And I thought to myself, that's so vague, because I was using what not to do. And the things that I talk about, they're not happening. Most of the things that I'm talking about for myself are not happening here and now. They're things that happened 20 years ago, 30 years ago. And so I share them with you guys because at that time I made decisions that didn't pan out. And those decisions that I made, you might very well be making those same kinds of choices for lack of a better opportunity or a better way of doing things. And if I can use whatever I'm stating that has happened to me and it didn't work out that great, like what I disclosed in reference to selling my house, that was years ago. That was in the year 2008, guys. So it's not like it happened yesterday. But if it helps somebody to make better choices, it's okay for me to use myself as an example of what not to do in certain examples or instances and what maybe you could do, right? Because remember, if I've already lived it, I've already experienced it, and I already know what not to do next time. So that's why I share it. But maybe that's what God is trying to say to you is, I'm going to put you through one more trial. I'm watching you with my good eye. I'm watching you with my bad eye. I can say that because everybody that knows mythology knows that Odin gave his own eye, one of his own eyes, to gain wisdom. After that trial ends, after this last trial ends, it's going to be a doozy. I can remember being a kid and going on the rapids. That's a doozy. Let me show you something. Remember the other card? I'm going to pull it out one more time. And I'm going to have to cover him again, because this person is very well endowed. Remember? God was putting you under the dirt, trying to help you to grow. Look at that. New life. And you're a new creation. New life. And you're a new creation. What does that mean? That means you've been given a new lease on life. A new lease on life. What are you going to do with it? It's up to you. Are you going to finally do what you have to do for yourself so that, again, those roots are firmly planted, this money lasts for a lifetime? Or are you going to mess it up, muck it up again? Look what you get. This is the highest card you can get in finances in the Celtic deck. And everyone that knows how to call the corners knows that the element of earth is where finances are made. It's not done in the ethers. It's done here on earth. So you get your finances squared away. You move forward. Move forward in style on the chariot. And look at that. You are sharing again. You're sharing again. Let's see. Look at that. You get the highest honors there can be in the Celtic cards. Look at that. You get your house. Your family is good. Friends. Whatever you call family. They're your fur babies. Look at that. Your house is full and you and yours are taken care of. sometimes it's hard. I'm not going to sit here and lie. It is hard to experience the pruning of Creator. The son of a... It just feels like it's never going to end. Like it's like it's the hardest thing you're doing or ever having to do. But as a good child of God, as a good creation as you are, a good steward of your money, your finances, of gaining wisdom, look what you get in the return. Much more than you ever had. Much more than you probably even imagined that you were going to have. Again, I'm talking to those out there who have been experiencing an emptiness of their storeroom of finances, of abundance, of fruitfulness. It's about to change for you. Please use it wisely. Use it wisely, my dears. Okay, I'm getting a little tired because I've worked all day long in this 100-degree weather, and it feels like a wall when you get out of the car and have to walk 3 or 4 flights of stairs to deliver the food or whatever they purchase. It feels like a wall of hot, sticky moisture. So I need to go take my shower. Haven't even drank half of this or most of it yet. I need to drink more water because I don't have Pedialyte right now, though, so I can take and make sure I don't get sick. I'm getting punchy, so I know I'm tired, guys, but I am thinking. So you see me quiet because I'm contemplating that if you have it hard right now, don't waste the fruitfulness. If you know that it has been, and I'm not laughing, and I certainly am not making fun of anyone. If you've had days where you have to go look in the couch and between the seats of the cars, to just get something to eat. When God brings you out of the desert, out of the wilderness, making me want to cry, because times are really hard right now for a lot of people. They offered me my job for the second time in less than a year, and I can't take it because of finances. They're not able to pay me my value, and it would hurt me financially to take my job back. But I love my job. So I always tell you guys, I'm right there with you. But if God is bringing you out of the desert and giving you that oasis that's not a mirage, if God is taking you out of the wilderness and you finally see that your life is starting to straighten out and your finances going forward, make sure that you use wisdom, and make sure you put away a little nest egg. Even if it's $5, $10 every time you get paid, put it in a savings account. Or do what I used to do. When I first started learning how to budget, I used to listen to Dave Ramsey, and that's a person y'all might want to listen to, those that are having problems with your finances and budgeting. He has a tool that's for free that's called Every Dollar Counts. In his talks, because I've been listening to him for like 5 years now, more than that, probably since 2017. So anyway, he introduced his audience to putting money in an envelope. And I'm not kidding you. When I did this full time with my clients, I had a lot of people that followed me even after I closed my metaphysical shop. And I would have thousands of dollars in an envelope. at home. So I never hurt for anything. I wasn't hurting for anything. So I would, if you have a hard time and you don't want to stick it in the bank because you feel like you might need it, then start using the envelope method. But the way he does his budgeting is before he spends his money, and I know that's hard to do in this economy, but before he spends the money, he allocates where that's going. If it's going to savings, it's going to savings. If it's going to a bill, it's going to a bill. And then whatever's left over, you've got to allocate to that too. Is it fun money? Is it entertainment money? And that's how I learned to budget. Because before that, I didn't really know that much about money. So I would bounce checks and things like that because I didn't know how to balance a checkbook. But it helped me a lot. I'm telling you. And then my change too. I know we do credit cards and we do a lot of plastic, like, come lately, the last 4 years or so. But when you do use cash, don't even put that back into what you're spending. Start using, those water 5-gallon. I'm not kidding you. I used to fill 2 of those and I would take trips. I'm not kidding you. Filling 2 of those with pennies, nickels, quarters, dimes. Sometimes I'd throw $5 in there for shits and grins. I would take a 10-day sabbatical every year with that money. It would pay for my hotel. It would pay for my expenses, my food, my gas, anything that I didn't remember to bring or anything I wanted to buy. If I ran into a crystal store or a crystal mine, I would use the same money. You'd be surprised how much you can save even in an economy like this. You can even save like that for diapers or whatever. Rainy day, emergency money. I mean, the Dollar Tree, they sell the rose and the banks will give them to you for free. You think I had shame in my game? I had children. At that time, I had little children. Well, okay, I can't say little. By that time, my daughter was 17 and my son was 13. But they still needed things. My daughter was in the military, ROTC, and then she was regular because she was in the choir too. So she always had activities I had to pay for. And I was a single parent. And then my son was also ROTC and would come out, they would both be coming out in the parades here in San Antonio. We have parades. And so that was a shit ton of money. And then to pay for her prom stuff too. It was expensive. But believe it or not, that's a good way. The envelope method and the saving money like that in those reusable plastic bottles, that was awesome. So anyway, hopefully this helps someone. I am tired. When I'm tired, I tend to be punchy. So hopefully I wasn't too long-winded. But I did miss being with you guys today because the phone went kaput. And speaking of which, I have to put it back to the reset network because they gave me some cash for it. So I gotta reset it. So I better go. Love you guys. I hope this has helped someone. But you're coming out of that darkness. I know you don't want to go back. I know you don't want to feel this again. This sucks to be there. Sucks to be there. Love you guys. Victoria Violet. Have a good night.